The vote on Afghanistan is in a run-up to presidential election on 28th of September. An estimated 9.6 million registered voters are expected to exercise their franchise if the voting proceeds in a peaceful manner. It is also no secret that the Taliban terrorists have proclaimed to disrupt the election process after US-Taliban peace talks snapped. A few days ago, 40 civilians were killed in crossfire between terrorists and the Afghan security forces. The incident has instilled fear among Afghan civilians who believe the vote Saturday could witness heightened attacks from Taliban. We have a report. Afghanistan's some 9.6 million registered voters would go to the polls on September 28th. They will be looking for peace, stability and a righteous person to lead the war-torn country. Tens of thousands of soldiers, police and civilians have been killed in the last 5 years, leaving Afghans wary of endless violence perpetrated by Taliban terrorists. Though election officials say preparations are well in hand, security worries could lead to many to stay at home, potentially undermining the legitimacy of the eventual winner if turnout is too low. The Taliban have made no secret claims of disrupting the elections. The terrorist group have been openly attacking civilians and security forces ever since candidates started holding rallies for the presidential elections.
اسمم سید نعمان است. عمرم 25 سال است که از دکاندارای شهر نو کابل هستم و نگران ما از انتخاباتی است که به خاطر که زیادتر منطقه را به دست طالب است و اونجا انتخابات برگزار نمیشه و نشد با تمام اونجا با رای تقلبی پر شود.
With a much reduced NATO alliance that mainly focuses on training Afghan forces, government have been struggling to combat a growing Taliban terrorism in the country. Civilians have paid a heavy price in a war that have intensified since US-Taliban peace talks collapsed 2 weeks ago.
تیر شپه په مساکله کې 40 کسه د واده پر موټرانو بمبار وسو چې اواز پورته نه کوي نه یو خارجي نه یو بل چا نو زموږ ولسونو ته نور دغه زغم او د دوی حوصله نور ختمه شوې ده دوی راوتلي دي.
Following the terror attack incident in which 40 civilians lost lives, a large group of Afghans marched in protest to vent their frustration against the regular attacks perpetrated by Taliban insurgents. On 28 September, Afghans will vote in the country's fourth presidential election since Taliban's ouster in 2001. Twice delayed because of security fears, the election comes amid an intense wave of violence ensued upon collapse of peace talks between the US and the Taliban leaders earlier this month. Many fear Afghanistan's vote on Saturday could be the country's most violent yet.